So welcome back learners to the channel Unified Learning, and today we'll be doing poem A Tiger in the Zoo. It's written by the poet Leslie Norris, and this poem is from your book First Flight. And this poem is about the comparison between tiger in the zoo and the tiger in the jungle. So we'll be doing three poetic devices along with the poem stanzas. So let's read the first stanza. He stalks in his vivid stripes, the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet, in his quiet rage. It means that the as the tiger in the zoo is in the cage, he cannot walk a lot, he cannot move a lot, he can just move a few steps. As vivid means bright colors, the body, the skin of the tiger is of bright colors, and stalks means following someone, seeing someone. So he is seeing everywhere with his bright colored body and moving a few steps in his cage. And his pads and his feet, pads of velvet quiet, pads are the feet and of velvet quiet, his feet are so soft his that it's not making a noise, it's very quiet. And pads of velvet is the cloth, so it's compared to a velvet cloth. On pads of velvet quiet, in his quiet rage. So as his feet is not making such noise, but inside his there is a lot of anger. He's quiet, but there is a lot of anger present inside him. So there is personification present, as whenever he or she is used for animals or non-living things, there is personification present. And as quiet is being silence and rage is being anger, means anger, so there is oxymoron present. Whenever there is two opposite words present in the same stanza of the poem, same line of the poem, so there is opposite word, that is opposite word, and there is oxymoron present. Let's move to the second second stanza of the poem. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plump deer pass. So as the tiger is now want to hide himself, lurking means hide himself. So tiger is going to hide himself. किसके पीछे हाइड करने वाला है? लॉन्ग ग्रास के पीछे. Why? Because he want to grab a deer, and he's going to hide near a water hole. So what he is saying that the tiger will hide himself in the shadow, and where sliding means moving through long grass, as he's going to hide near the water hole के पास वो अपने आप को hide करेगा. और जैसे ही कोई plumpy deer, plumpy means healthy deer, जैसे ही water पीने के लिए आएगा, he will grab that deer and that will be his food. So this is all the trick of the tiger. So we are just done with the two stanzas. We will continue with the next. Okay. As we were doing the poem A Tiger in the Zoo, and this poem was about the comparison between tiger in the zoo and tiger in the jungle. So let's read the third stanza of the poem. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. So as snarling is the sound of the tiger, so wherever, if we are talking about the bird and I say the birds are chirping, so this means there is onomatopoeia present. So in the same way, snarling denotes here that the poetic device onomatopoeia is present here. So snarling is the sound of tiger. So it says that the third stanza is about the tiger in the jungle. So now the tiger in the jungle, we will go to the edge. Edge is the boundary of the jungle, and sound, snarl, and show his white sharp teeth and his claws. His claws with the sharp nails, and terrorize, and he will scare the houses in the villages. So, in this way, the tiger in the jungle will show his strength. But what happens in the fourth stanza? Let's read it. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. So this tiger in the fourth stanza is in the zoo, and which means he is in a cage. His strength is also in a cage. He cannot show and he cannot expose his white sharp teeth. So that's why he is sad. He is locked in a concrete cell. Concrete means a building which is made up of cement or stones. So the tiger is in a cage, and his strength behind bars. He cannot show his strength. He's that much sad that he's even ignoring the visitors. He's not happy that someone is coming to see me, as tiger wants to terrorize the village, not like sitting there and people are coming to see him, and stalking the length of his cage, as that is the limit of the cage has just a small space. He can just move that much, not more than that. So stalking the length of his cage, the length is just that much. The length is the cage. Got it? I hope. Okay, learners. So, as we are on the last stanza of the poem, he hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars, as the tiger in the zoo is in a cage. So, at night, at last, what he hears the sound of the patrolling cars. The patrolling cars are the cars which guard the animals, or even you have even heard the sound at night of these patrolling cars. So, and what he does, he sees the twinkling stars in the sky with his shiny eyes. So this was all of the poem, and this poem was The Tiger in the Zoo, and its poet is Leslie Norris. Okay, so that's all for the today. Thank you, learners. See you next time.